Let me ask you a question real quick. How many of you actually like your work health insurance plan? And I don't mean just tolerate it, I mean actually like it. Because here's what I hear all the time: you don't really get a choice. You may get to pick between one or two plans if you're lucky. And a lot of times, those plans aren't really a good fit. They may not cover your doctors. You may pay more for prescriptions than you really want to. And just all the way around, it's just not really a good fit for what you really need your plan to do. And unfortunately, there's just really nothing you can do about it. And when life happens, it gets a lot worse. Let's say that you're currently going through treatment, or maybe you've already hit your out of pocket maximum or even just your deductible. And now you decide to leave your job where you want to. What happens to your plan? Either your plan's cost is going to skyrocket. That could happen. Another thing that could happen is you have to start all over from scratch. You have to meet a new deductible or a new out of pocket maximum if you decide that you're going to switch plans. That's absolutely brutal if you're currently going through treatment. And here's a bigger problem that most people just aren't thinking about is when you're relying on your work to provide insurance for you, you're not just relying on them to help pay the premium, you're also relying on them to pick the plan, meaning they have to look at the entire company and try to pick a plan that's going to work for everyone. Now, just a quick show of hands, how many of you think that that actually works? Let's just be honest here. And that's where ICHRA comes in and completely flips the script. The way that it works is that the employer makes a contribution and that's it. So now you're probably wondering how this actually works. So it's a lot like your small group plans in the respect that your employer and the broker are going to work out all the details behind the scenes. You don't ever have to worry about that. You do get a link, so you get to pick your plan, and it's one that actually works for your family. So you get to pick one that works for your doctors, your prescriptions, any treatments that you're currently going through. And you do have access to information, brochures, and videos, a lot like with your small group plans. Now, if you're still unsure, this is where it's a little bit different. You actually have access to one of the brokers, so you're able to get answers to any questions that you have, and also so that they can guide you through the steps of picking a plan that's going to work best for your family. And it's not just medical. So because you're working with a broker, you'll also have access to dental, vision, life insurance, retirement planning, and supplement plans that help make your health insurance plan even stronger. So now you're not just picking something off of a list, you're putting together something that's going to work well for you, your family, and your individual needs. And that's the biggest thing, is now you have a choice. You're not giving anything up. You still get your contribution, but instead of your employer deciding what's best for your family, you get to make those choices. At the end of the day, it's about access and it's about control. You really shouldn't feel that your health insurance is something that you're stuck with. It should be something that is going to work out well for not just you, but your family as well. So if you're working for an employer that currently has an ICHRA or something like this set up, great. If not, and it's something that you have more questions about, go ahead and drop a comment if you want to see if this would be something that would work for you and maybe your employer. I answer these questions all the time.